bitch. Extra cheese. Okay? Peace Graffiti. Welcome in to all of y'all joining. Peace, Taquan. Peace to the Middle East. Ashe. We're about to go ahead and get started because I don't have too much time today. But we showed up the vine. We're going to get what we need to get out because I'm going to be going around 9. Ashe. Ashe. How was y'all day, though? I'm going to give us till 8:29, 8:30 to roll in. I think, yeah, let me get the daily energy and everything pulled up. That's what's getting a daily energy. I'm over here looking at Pandora. Notes. Daily energy. We got the 23rd here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, Blaze. All right. This has been the longest minute ever. We about to grow. Ashe, fucking oh. Peace, Blaze. Peace, Lovelace. Peace, TT, baby BB. Welcome in to all of you who are new. All right, to the Crystaline Mars show. Welcome back to all of you who are true OGs. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your co-host, Mrs. Duuble Jones. I am the lady with the stones, the come heres, and the leave us alones. And I'm a spiritual guide to assist y'all in this life in any way that I can. Head over to the website, CrystalineMars.com, and book any of your spiritual services. Check out our spiritual tools, our spiritual jewelry, and everything else that you need, spirituality. Shout out to all of you who placed your orders, as well as placing y'all bookings as well, right? Booking your services and things like that. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. We appreciate the cash apps. We appreciate just how you show up in every way. All right, y'all. So what else we got? Don't forget, April 1st, we have our merchandise and our spiritual service raffle. All right. So y'all meet us here April 1st. If you want to add your name to the raffle, you can do so. It's $5 per entry, and that will get you the chance to win any merchandise from our website. 15% off ends tonight at 4 a.m. Well, technically tomorrow, which is the 23rd at 4 a.m. Eastern time. The 15% off of the birth chart readings will go back full price. I encourage that y'all head over there. Last night, the message of the day was, what's your purpose? And so I definitely encourage that y'all book your in-depth. Book your in-depth. Because some of y'all have been coming through with the snapshots. And the snapshots are cute. The snapshot birth charts are cute. You get a little sprinkle. But if you really, really, really want a full picture, I would recommend the in-depth, which is 15% off, like I said. TT Banks said I sub. Thank you. Welcome in. Peace, Miss Sheba. I got your stuff already lined up. If y'all do want a reading in regards to what your purpose is, I am going to be accepting as many as I can tonight. I do have Miss Sheba in queue from last night. When it comes to the what's your purpose, pretty much all I need from you is just your month, your birth month, your day, and your year. And from there, I will be able to tell you what your purpose is here. Okay, so those are going to be love donation based, $15 minimum. And if you want more information, you can send in more placements, but and I'll match energy, or you could just head to the website again and book your full picture reading. If you don't even want a birth chart reading and you have questions, you want a general love career, I'll also be offering those readings as well after the collective perspective. So y'all go ahead and send y'all love offerings in. I will be getting relieved a little early. Y'all know typically Brother Logas comes in around 9:30, 9:45 to relieve me, p.m. Eastern time, right? But today I have some things to do after, I have some things to do, long story short. So I will be being relieved. I will be getting relieved between 9 and 9:15. All right, so we got about 30 minutes to knock everything out. So if you want to be in that number, wake up, no slumber. Y'all send y'all love offerings in. So The message of the day is inspired by, it just kind of came to me. I've shared this message of the day before, but it wasn't a message of the day. It was more so through like just channeled energy, through tarot readings and things like that. But the message of the day is there is a middle ground that could be found, right? There is a middle ground that could be found. And what I mean is a lot of us are delving deep when it comes to our purpose, when it comes to our endeavors, when it comes to our business, right? We're minding our business. And it's important that we find a middle, a balance between that, because it's often that when we delve deep into self, we forget about the selves outside of us, right? We forget about everybody else. And I am not encouraging you to put yourself and what you have prioritized on the back burner, but it's this thing of don't forget you still have a purpose to show up and serve. All right. And it's up to you to manage your time, manage your energy so you can do what needs to be done for you. And also, how can you meet in the middle and show up for those around you? Okay. Prime example, tonight, I told y'all my sister's in town. And so I got my niece. My sister has been doing a lot of back and forth. She's about 40 minutes out. And she's been doing a lot of back and forth over the past 2 hours. And now she has to come back over here to get my niece, go back 40 minutes or maybe about 30. I'm stretching it, but about 30 minutes back from in the direction that she just came from. And she been on the road all day, right? And she was like, well, they already know how I am. Like when it comes to, I share with y'all, like when it comes to my past, I had my isolation moments. I had my moments where I set hard ass boundaries where I was like, no, I'm standing on business. I'm minding my business. I'm doing this at this time. Don't try to like fuck up my flow. Like they already know how I get down. And so she respected my boundaries. She was like, I know you got the show, so I'm gonna just have to, come back that way and just come back, And at first, like an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, I was like, okay. It is what it is, because I am doing a show. Like, and I actually started to consider like postponing the show, but I was like, nah, I already told Miss Sheba to show up, right? And I know my duty, my obligation for the collective. And so I was like, nah, I'm going to show up for the show. So I was like, okay, yeah, I guess you got to do what you got to do. Like, dang, that's crazy type energy. You can't, like, gather it.
Gather it some more?
Yeah. Because it kind of looked like you don't got no hair and that's just your ponytail.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So kind of like bring it together or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so you know how like when you be telling somebody about like just something you're going through, this some black people shit, and you'll be like, dang, that's crazy. That's, in other words, like I don't know what to tell you. Right? So I was like, dang, that's crazy, And then like it just kind of came to me and it just settled in my spirit like, Duublé, there's a middle that can be found. Start the show sooner, as you have been, and just end your segment sooner, right? Because y'all know normally I show up at 9, fucking divine, and if I wasn't show up at 9, I wouldn't have had time. But me showing up at 8:20, 8:25, that's enough time to do all the segments and knock out what I need to do to so I could get out here earlier so I could meet my sister. You know what I mean? So I'm showing up, getting my work done, but I carved out time intentionally to meet my sister in the middle when I didn't have to, right? So I think that's important because that's, again, I've come some long ways over the past 4 years, because past me, maybe me a month ago, a few months ago, I would have been like, dang, that's crazy. But me today is like, I'm going to find that duality. I'm going to find that middle, right? And today is 22. All right. 22 energy. And we talked about that, how that 22 energy holds that builder energy. And so it's about you being focused. But again, what's the Fortitude card say? Being selfishness and selflessness can coexist. Tend to self first, then tend to the other ish. So how can you tend to self again, right? What have you committed to? What have you committed to? Right? So how can you show up for self first, be selfish first? Like, I got to do this for me first. And then we can tend to the other ish, right? With the selfishness and move into that selflessness where we meet our people in the middle. Okay? So there's a balance to be had, and I want y'all to take that and let that digest, because when it comes to your purpose, because y'all know we are, I don't know if y'all realize how potent and how pivotal this energy is for us when it comes to alignment. But a lot of us are, some of y'all have already awakened, right? When it comes to, you know what your purpose is, you may just be like expanding, like, all right, I'm ready for something new, or yes, much better, I'm ready to step into, right? And so with that, your energy is going to be required. Your energy is going to be required. For some of us, we're I was just watching Moana, right? I was just watching Moana 2 it's like my second or third time watching it, but my niece is here. My eldest niece, my daughter, my first daughter. And I was watching it, and I was like, it was interesting because I remember back in December when I went back home to Savannah, Georgia, I wanted to take both of my nieces to go see Moana 2. And my sister was like, I want to take them. Don't do it. And I was like, girl, you know you're not taking them, but okay. And so I let that be, and everything come full circle. Now I'm watching Moana 2 for the first time in our house. Wasn't expecting my niece to be here, right? Wasn't expecting them to be moving back. And it was just showing like this energy of like I'm doing what needs to be done. And I already know that, right? But it was this part on the movie that said, spoiler alert if you ain't see it, but it was this part on the movie where her ancestors pretty much gave her a vision of the past, right? When it came to their storms and trials and tribulations, and you know, where they couldn't break through. And they also took her to the future, where it was like, if you don't do the work, if you don't finish the work, this is what our future looks like. And the ancestors said, and the future looked like, what it looked like was nobody was on the island. All her people were gone. It was like a desert. And so the ancestor told Moana, he was like, the first step was returning the heart to Te Fiti, right? And so some of us are in seasons where we're returning to the heart, right? Where we're seeing like, oh, I got a little bruise right there. I got a little ache right there, right? Doing that shadow work, right? Coming back to the middle, restoring our peace, making peace with our past, and allowing ourselves to love, be loved, and let the energy flow, right? Because, you know, the heart is the bridge, right? But he was like, but that was the first part. All right. And so now, Moana, your mission is to bring the people together. And so some of us are in that season where we done did thick shadow work. And it's been interesting because y'all been booking y'all birth chart readings. Y'all been booking y'all sessions, y'all services and things like that. And it's like, we literally got lovelies from all fucking grades, bitch. We got lovelies in kindergarten. Some of y'all are like, I'm so new, I don't know what the fuck going on. Some of y'all are in third grade where you like, okay, I got a little something, not really sure. Some of y'all are in fucking high school. Some of y'all are in college, bitch. Some of y'all got y'all masters. Like, I'm connecting with all different grades of lovelies. And so some of y'all are like, I did majority of my shadow work. I did the necessary shadow work for me to go ahead and show up for the collective. You know what I mean? And so this is your time to really balance your energy, because especially to those of us, to those of you who are being called inward, I get it, because you definitely gotta tend to yourself, and you need to be in a certain heart posture before you can really walk in purpose with a light heart and actually give the energy that the collective needs for growth. But then also there are some of you, like I said, who are already ready, and it's like you may feel these this intense energy where you're like, I'm tired, or I feel overwhelmed, or I gotta take some time back for me. I gotta go in hermit mode real quick. And it's like, baby, we don't got time for that. We don't got time for that, okay? We do not have time for that. You got to carve out time for yourself in whatever way that looks like. If that's going to sleep a little earlier, if that's, I don't know what you got to do, baby boo. But this is your call up. Like, we got to have that balance here. We got to have that balance here. And even the lovelies who are being called inward towards your heart, you know, doing your shadow work, you know, you may be taking a few steps back so you can really hear the voice of your soul. Again, we are sharing this realm. We have relations, and you can learn so much more. You can grow so much faster when you allow yourself to learn from the people around you. But when we move ourselves into our shell, into this comfortable space, that is when we limit our perspective, because then all we see is us. And then when I say all we see is us, we only see what we want to see, because it is often when we're in relationships, right? That's when we see like, ooh, this is still a trigger for me, or ooh, I see my reflection in you, and that's something I gotta work on, or ooh. But when we don't have those relationships, when we rob ourselves from experiencing those things, we can easily fall into illusion when we're just by ourselves and say, hey, I'm healed. Hey, I'm over this, or hey, I'm cool, or hey, I'm enlightened. You the fuck thought you was, bitch, you by yourself. So now you're believing your own lies, right? And then when you get outside, now you going to work, now you done stepped outside and you overwhelmed and you still struggling in relationships. Yes. Yes.
Do you have a team talk? This is bothering me.
I got you. So this is a call up to all of y'all when it comes to the duality. All right. Tend to self first. All right. And then we can tend to the other ish, but they both coexist. And that don't look like you going in a period of isolation. Because that's what he said. He was like, isolation is going to lead to this, because she knew that there were other people out there, but it was just her tribe on her island. And he's like, as long as you're content with this, as long as you don't try to connect the dots, connect the pieces of you, right? And reach the collective, because that's essentially what her mission was on Moana 2, was to reach the collective, right? Reconnect the collective through her gifts and just who she was, right? And so it's time for us to rise. Y'all get it? I feel like I've been going in. I think y'all get the point. But this is your time to, again, ask yourself, how can I be practice selflessness and selfishness, because they both can coexist. All right? All right. So that concludes the message of the day, y'all. We're going to now go ahead and get into the daily energy. Okay. And so the daily energy, I'm going to be moving just straight on through. All right. I channeled this work hard, play hard. So there could be some duality where you may have been working hard and this is a day to just chill out, period. Social butterfly. Some of y'all are definitely going to be feeling expressive, free-spirited, just like wanting to have fun and just lighten up. And again, give yourself permission to do so. Give yourself permission to do so. I believe the moon is still going to be in Capricorn. Yes, it is. The moon is still going to be in Capricorn. So some of y'all like, I need to do this, I need to do that. But then there could be like your external environment could be inviting you to come outside, inviting you to just take a little break, inviting for you to just take a little walk, you know, a long walk around the park after dark. So allow yourself to fucking be, okay? Good vibes all in all. For the most part, I do see good energy, light energy. Some of you as well will find that you feel comfortable in your skin, right? Some of y'all have been doing the work, and on this day, it's just like a lot of y'all are going to find like it's going to be like a breath of fresh air where it's like, oh, okay, I could breathe. I could just be. I don't have to put up this facade. I'm not worried about what I was worried about. And that's going to be very good for a lot of us. There's going to be heavy like love energy too that I picked up. I channeled the love is going to be clearly expressed. Okay, so you may definitely be getting a lot of love. This is the 23rd that adds up to 5, which represents Mercury. So it's that has to do with like the communication, the throat chakra. So there definitely may be some conversations, validations, confirmations that come through from the external realm. That's just like everything that you need and more. So definitely open yourself up. This day is on Sunday, which rules the heart, right? Which is Leo energy. So you're definitely going to be feeling the heartfelt love if you allow yourself to. Ashu. Long overdue conversations as well. So y'all may find that y'all want to catch up with some people from your past, or just like catch up with people in your present moment. So allow yourself to, again, take a little break, call your friend, catch up with them, or do whatever like brings in like that inner child play. Ashe. So the colors for the day are yellow, red, and brown. And if anybody would like to be down and book a ritual, I would recommend the Sweet Life Manifesto. All right, y'all. So y'all go ahead and spam the comments with your yellow, red, and brown hearts. And we're going to move on to tarot tea time, and then I'm going to get to Miss Sheba. Okay? So really, we're going to switch it up today because I want to make sure I get Miss Sheba here. I want to make sure I get Miss Sheba here out the way. So I'm going to go ahead and do her reading real quick. And then I already have it written down, so I really just got to say it. No, we're going to fucking keep it how we keep it. And I'm just going to have to move, okay? Y'all don't pay me no mind. I'm at war right now. Because I just want to make sure I maximize. And when Brother Logas come in, he gonna pretty much be ready for me. So I'd rather be closing up the collective reading than having to close up the collective reading and then I'm rushing trying to close up Miss Sheba. So Miss Sheba, life path number 3. Miss Sheba wanted to know what was her purpose from last night. I had your numbers from last night. I already done wrote the energy down. I got everything written down. So your life path is number 3. All right. So your purpose is to bring beauty and joy to the world through your unique talents. Okay, Miss Sheba. Your life experiences will teach you how to communicate effectively. All right. And you have, you're born in the 5th month. So communication is a big theme when it comes to you and your energy. And with you being born on the 3rd, it's heavy on you sharing your light. Okay. But then your year is 1975, and that adds up to 22. Speaking of that 22 energy, right? Either your words can create or they can destroy. So you definitely want to make sure you speak with tact, because you have very, very, very powerful, like the word, the language, the word is very powerful, right? But yours hit a little different. So you definitely want to speak intentionally and just find a balance between saying too little and saying too much. Okay. So again, your purpose is to shine your light, to use your throat chakra intentionally to build and or destroy what needs to be destroyed, but do that intentionally. Speak with tact, and be very deliberate with that of what you speak. And your life experiences are definitely going to take you through some trials and tribulations so you can master that energy. Okay, Miss Sheba? So that's what I got for you. And so now we're going to go ahead and get into collective. All right, y'all? So let's see what we have for collective perspective. This is going to be a general read. I want y'all to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, Miss Sheba said, yes, I have been working on my balance. I balance. All right, y'all, one love. I saw y'all in the comments and stuff, but y'all see I'm on the roll, baby boo. Welcome in to all of y'all. Again, I'm going to be closing up I'm be getting relieved around 9:15. So we got about 11 minutes. Oh, I ain't never text her back. She just texted me. I'm going to be leaving around 9:15. Where you want to meet? Okay. Miss Sheep said, you are on point, Duublé. That's why I love you. This is why I love you. Oh, this is why I love you. Because you love me. You love me. Yay. So we have Torn in Between the Two playing right now. Torn by Latoya Luckett. Torn in between the two, because I really want to be with you. But something's telling me I should leave you alone. So some of y'all may be torn. Again, like you may just be struggling when it comes to balancing this energy. Like, who do I pick? Do I pick me or them? You can pick us, okay? You can pick both. It's just the priorities. It's like prioritize. And that's what some of you struggled with in the past, with just overexerting yourself, saying yes to everybody else. And then at the end of the day, you like, damn, I didn't even do what I said I was going to do. I didn't even do what I was supposed to do. Now I'm up scrambled like eggs, extra cheese, bitch, right? But let's see what we got here. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We're not doing this reversal energy again today, are we? What's this Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Okay. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. What? Come on, man. Okay. This does, I heard it's all in the past. 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 Okay, so this is past energy here. There could have been some financial blockages here. Some of y'all in y'all goddamn way. Some of y'all in y'all goddamn way. Thinking I had an appointment with a lovely today, and they were just like, I just want to teach the collective. I don't really want to do the work for them. I want to show them how to do their work. And I was like, the duality. Because it's not you doing their work for them, but it's you assisting them beyond you just teaching them. Some of us need some hands-on. Some of us need to be led by example. You know what I mean? We're all in different seasons and things like that. So some of y'all may just be, you may have this belief or this philosophy. The world. So let's go ahead and we're going to be closing up a lot. We're closing up a lot because this world card, this is 33 here. We have the Empress we're in the third month. We're closing up this third month with this eclipse energy, right? And we have the World card number 21. Remember, I shared with y'all a little while ago, and I was like, this month, this March month, was heavy on Oshun and Papa Legba's energy. And I've been recommending y'all to book your Sweet Life Manifestos. I've been recommending y'all to book your door opener access granted rituals on the website, CrystalineMars.com. And this is literally a confirmation of that, right? We have card 321. 321. Yesterday was 321. Some of y'all may need to go back to yesterday's message. It was lit. It was live. There could be something there for you here because I was talking about purpose. Again, what's your purpose? So some of us needs to get clear when it comes to what is our collective purpose. CrystallineMars.com. Take advantage of y'all birth chart readings. I'm going to birth chart read. When I say y'all, I'm going to get on y'all motherfucking nerves. If you don't want to grow, I give you permission. I open the door so you could go. You understand me? If you don't want to grow, I'll open the door and I give you permission to go. Because I'm going to get on y'all motherfucking nerves. I am. Okay? I'm going to show up. I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to channel some energy. I'm going to channel some messages. I'm going to channel some daily energy. But then I'm also channel your ass to go to the website to get what the fuck you need so you can show up for yourself. So you can show up in your own unique divine way in alignment. Not you over here blowing with the motherfucking winds trying to figure it the fuck out. Going, oh, I'm here, I'm there, I'm every fucking where. No. So with this energy, this eclipse energy that we are in, what are you ready to close up? What are you ready to close up? What excuses have you been telling yourself? Oh, I want to do this. Or I know you got this fire and desire, but you ain't doing shit. Or you're not doing enough. Or you're walking down the wrong path. You're walking down the wrong path. And it's not necessarily that it's the wrong path, but it's not your highest path. You over here trying to take a detour. Shortcut head ass. And wondering why you getting cut short. You want to take the shortcut and then wonder why you getting cut short. You over here like, hold on, my change. Something ain't right with my change. Yeah, what you need to change. I didn't get the right amount of change back. What did you give? Exactly. The King of Wands, Moana energy. Let's go. Let's go. Lead. Come on. Some of y'all need to turn the fucking heat up. Some of y'all like, you waiting. And it's like with this Aries energy, it's like, what the fuck? Get the fuck up. Claim it. Go get it. You ever see somebody who just have like that drive? Where they just like unstoppable. You're like, damn, they ain't playing no games. Come with that energy. Call the universe's bluff. Show these spirits what's goody. Don't talk about it. Walk about it. Be it. But do you even know who you are? Do you even know what the fuck, where you going? What you asking for? I'm trying. Stop trying. Do it. Like Nike head ass. Nike, the spirit. Let's fucking go. The Queen of Pentacles is yours. The King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles is yours, but you gotta go get it. And some of y'all over here just affirmations. I'ma believe it and I'ma achieve it. Did you achieve it yet? Just off of belief? The fuck no. I told you that. The Queen of Pentacles is very much get that ass up. Earth sign. She's at peace, but it's because of the work that she's done. It's given like Queen of Fool energy. And Queen of Fool, she is well seasoned. And she still be out here in these streets. Serving, healing, conferences, all of these different things. All right? So if you want a comfortable life, you're going to have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I was talking to Logas about that one time. I was like, I just wait for the day where I'm on autopilot. I just want to work out all the time. Or I just want to do these things all the time. And he was like, that's not going to be a thing. He didn't say that's not going to be a thing, but he said something along those lines. he said something along those lines, like, you think Queen of Fool wants to work as hard as she does? Like, yes, she may love what she do, but you don't think that she has those days that she don't want to show up, but she still has to show up? You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting for it to be like, where I'm just like, oh, I just really embrace the challenge and I just love it and I melt into it. He was like, nah, it's gonna be fucking challenging. It feels so good. It's the God in me. It's the God in me. Are you connected to your God body? Are you aware of your God body? Are you radiating your God body energy? Or are you suppressing it? Are you suppressing it? Are you looking at God as somebody outside of yourself, as something outside of yourself? Right? You better own it. But again, I am. Who are you? Who are you? Some of you still feel uncomfortable with really accepting who you are as that God being. You're like, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just a reflection of God. I'm just God lives in me. God works through me. I am. But then it goes beyond saying that. What does that mean for you? What does that look like? How do you express that? How do you walk in that? How do you walk in that? I remember I was watching Pop the Balloon a while ago, and it was one lovely, and they asked what was the spiritual beliefs or something like that, and she was like, well, I was always taught that I was a God. And the way she was speaking, I could tell that she wasn't really sure. And that's okay, because I was once there before. Hell, there's still parts of me that I'm still remembering. Okay, and I say that with all humility. All right, but I do know a lot of my different God bodies. I am in tune, I am connected, but there's more to me that I'm still exploring. But I could just tell by the way she was talking, it was just like she was just regurgitating something that was taught to her. But it wasn't something that she truly embodied. Because even when she said it, her posture was like, well, I always, you know what I mean? So what is your body posture? How are you carrying yourself? And it's a process. It's a progress. I didn't always used to talk like this. Shit. I told y'all I used to have my YouTube video, bitch. I used to edit so much, crop out so much because I sounded silly, stuttering over my words, getting lost in the middle of my sentence. Like, wait, what am I saying? Saying, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know what I mean. Hoping somebody else can fill in the gaps. Bitch, no, you fill in the gaps. So what gaps can you fill in? What gaps can you fill in? Today at my daughter's soccer game, the coaches, they were like scrambled like eggs, right? For her, my daughter's coaches. The Divine Feminine, she ain't doing shit. She ain't doing shit. The coach, he was doing everything. They had brought all their kids. The kids is 3 years old, all in the middle of the motherfucking practice. The wife just watching the 3-year-old run through the practice in the fucking way. She won't doing nothing. He over here trying to figure it the fuck out, trying to get the balls, and she just over there watching. I was so annoyed. And the guy was like, well, what did you do to help? And I was like, I got real quiet because I ain't do shit. And he was like, see, you know, if you're not gonna help, then don't complain. And I was like, damn, that's a word. Like, real facts though, because I thought about it. I was like, ooh, maybe I could go help. But I was like, nah, my pride, my ego got in the way. I was like, nah, I'm not the fucking coach. She need to fucking get the fuck up. And like, I was like, well, she was just being a woman, right? Women wait for their damn men to tell them what the fuck to do, and that's what she was doing. And I was like, I could have helped him. I could have, you know, helped throw the little balls out. But my pride was like, no, I ain't the coach. She needs to get the fuck up, right? But today, 2 weeks later, I had that shifted up perspective where I was like, you know what? I see them scramble like eggs. This time she won't look a bitch. She was busy. And I saw the balls and I knew what time it was. And I'm like, why would I sit here and just watch the balls and I know that they're going to have to pick them up and the ref about to tell them to start? I got up. I ran my pregnant ass over there and I asked the little lovely, the kids right there. I was like, hey, help me take these balls over there. Let's put them in the bag. And I helped the coaches out and I ran back to the sideline and minded my business. Right? So how can you take initiative? How can you take initiative? How can you take initiative and do what you know need to be done that's not being done? That is how you shine. Stop waiting for somebody to give you flowers and acknowledge what you did in the background. It ain't about that. It ain't about that. So let's get back to this deck. Now, something is off because I'm putting out way too much of my energy. I do way too much, and I am not getting my energy back. I'm just getting sucked dry. You need to come back. You need to come back to the drawing board because the math ain't mathing. If you saying that you ain't receiving what you're worthy of, then maybe you're not showing up with your true worth. You showing up with minimum wage, and you over here talking about, oh, I had my check supposed to be $25 an hour. Bitch, you showed up with $750 damn energy. $725 an hour. But you over here like, well, my paycheck ain't adding up. Well, what you doing? What you doing? Let me take a sip. I do too much. I do way too much, and I'm not getting it back. Well, again, maybe you're pouring into a bottomless cup. That 3-2-1 energy I shared yesterday on last night's live. That's why I said whoever wasn't here, you may need to go back, because I was pouring into. I knew my purpose was to help the people, but I was trying to do it through creating bundles, and it just wasn't working. I was like, oh, that wasn't the path that I was. That wasn't one of my highest paths, because I could have been very successful in it if I would have pushed through that resistance, but it wouldn't have been as fulfilling. It wouldn't have been on a core level. It would have been on a surface level. Fucking wigs. You know what I mean? And so some of y'all may need to reevaluate. We got the Knight of Cups in reverse here. So the Six of Pentacles upright and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Don't let hate change you. I really encourage y'all to do your work, because when you close yourself off, you're doing just that. You are doing just that. And it's nothing like moving into that space to where you truly forgave the people, right? Where you truly forgave the people that hurt you, where you still choose to love the people who hate you, right? Because you just feel so much lighter. There's so many, not so many. It's a few relationships that I did want to rekindle in my past. And I tried to, but they had their heart closed off to me. But I was able to release myself with peace because I found peace. I forgave them. Even when they rejected me, I still loved them. And I was like, I get it. I still love you. I still love you. You know? And I feel good. I feel free. I don't carry that weight. And so to those of you who still have a hard time with forgiving, I encourage that you connect with me one-on-one. I encourage that you look in the mirror and you begin to do your work so you can free yourself, so you can forgive yourself, so you can forgive those people and bring in compassion and empathy. Okay? And we're not excusing shenanigans, no. But let's zoom up. Because when we zoom out and we zoom up, we see, damn, they are just repeating what was done to fucking them. And then whoever did it to them, it was done to them. It's just a fucking domino effect. And I was next in line. Right? But I'm not about to now pin up that resentment and frustration, and now I'm treating my kids the same way, or now I'm blocking myself off, or now I'm like this grunchy old Grinch. No. So what weight are you carrying? What doors did you close? Okay? And yes, there are healthy boundaries that need to be set. Okay? There are healthy boundaries that needs to be set. There are some energies where you need to take a step back from. But again, what is your heart posture though? Because you could set boundaries from a healthy heart space. You could love from a distance from a healthy heart space. Those energies who rejected me, I understood. I zoomed up, zoomed out, and saw why they act the way they act from their past. I saw what spirits they're influenced by in their present. And I was like, ooh, you know what? I'm gonna let you go ahead and be. I still love you though, but I don't want no parts with that. So go ahead. And I know that when the energy is in alignment, we will be able to come together. But until then, I'm good, love, and joy. And I love you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. But there was a time where I was mad. There was a time where I was hurt. Okay? Because I was surface. But the more I continue to be selfish and selfless. I allowed myself to evolve and again adopt that bird's eye view and say, hey, ooh, it's more than what I saw. It wasn't even all about me, right? Some of it had nothing to do with me. Some of it did. Whew. We got the 10 of Wands, betrayal. Literally the energy I'm talking about in reverse. We have the 8 of Cups, upright, release. What do you need to release? What do you need to release? Who did you dirty? Who did you dirty? Who stole from you? Who cheated on you? Who's called you names? Who tried to get you fired? Tired. Let's retire that. Let's retire that narrative. So again, like I said, as we're in this eclipse season, what are you eclipsing out? What do you need to let it burn? Hell, usher head ass. What needs to be ushered out? What needs to be ushered out? These are my confessions. Be honest with yourself. You ain't got to tell nobody else. Right? Some of y'all really need to write it out, make it plain. Again, you may be like, oh, I'm good. But then when you really have these conversations with yourself, you're like, oh, I'm not. I'm not. I had not forgiven them. I'm still bitter. When somebody say their name out. So we got deja vu here, right? New cycle. You have a chance to do it over again. And this is beyond relationships. When it comes to work, when it comes to how you show up, you got a chance to do it over again. Now, what you gonna do? Where you going? How you gonna show up? How you gonna move? How you gonna speak? What you're focused on? We got the 2 of Wands, movement here. Relocation. Again. So where do you want to relocate? Some of y'all like, I don't want to be in this space no more. I don't want to work here no more. I don't want my bank account to look like this no more. Again, what you doing? What change you gonna make? And you may have to start with the internal. You may have to start with the external. You might have to start just clearing some stuff out. Literally, clearing your space, clearing house, starting anew. Maybe I can't go anywhere without thinking that you're there. Seems like you're ready, but it's true. Gotta be having deja vu. Cause in my mind, I want you here. Get on the next plane, I don't care. Is it because I'm missing you? She went in on this part. That's my part. So we have the healing card, the card of rest, recovery, healing as well. All right. So with this 2 of Wands, again, some of y'all are about to be called into the heart. Some of y'all are about to be called into the heart. Some of y'all are about to be called out of the heart. Like, all right, bitch. Next. All right. Okay. Time to wrap it on up. Okay. You done sat here long enough. Some of y'all are just rolling around in the same old dirt, in the same old story, same old shit, just a different day. Y'all just trying to get it just in each and every way. Right? Shit. So where do you want to go? And some of y'all are in an uncomfortable space, and it's like it's getting uncomfortable because some of y'all are healing right now. Some of y'all are facing your shadows right now. You're like, I want to just, oh, it's cringe. Get me out of here. Fear factor kind of energy. I know how them fear factors be when they be having to be in a box with the bugs and shit like that. Some of y'all like, oh, these roaches is crawling on me, bitch. Like, ah! And it's like, I mean, you could try to escape if you want to. I mean, hey, the choice is yours. That's your life. This your life. You the one who got to deal with this shit. Not me. So what you gonna do for you? What you gonna do for you? So this escapism ain't working. So some of y'all who feeling anxious and you're like, oh, I gotta leave. Ground. Fortify yourself. I got this. Again, because it's just spirits. It's the spirits in you arising. Here go that motherfucking anxiety. Here go that motherfucking depression. You put them in their proper space. Stop letting them drive the motherfucking boat.
I don't know if we still going because Grandma asked me to go.
Grandma at church. We going. I'm gonna meet your mama.
Okay.
I'm talking to your mama. We good. Close the door. Okay, so stop playing with me. Brother Logas just entered the room, and what a way to close out. The Fool. The Fool, which marks a new start, a new journey. Where you going? What you doing? What you pursuing? Right? Because the Fool marks the new beginning. The world represents the closing up. So this is the first card. This is the last. The last shall be first. The first shall be last. Again. So we have the world here and we have the Fool. So this is like collective energy and this is more selfish, right? Selflessness, selfishness can coexist. Tend to self first, then we can get into the other ish. Okay? So how can they both coexist here? How can they both coexist? Some of us are so busy showing up for everybody else. And then it's like when it's time for you to take that same advice for yourself, it's like, huh? That's my little voice I do when I try to play stupid. Huh? What? Yeah, it's easy to spit out, but when it's time to swallow that shit, you like, huh? Woo, it's thick, ain't it? That's what she said. So definitely, this is an opportunity for you to start anew or for you to recycle, you know, for you to continue this loop. It's like what's the hamster trail thingy? So what you gonna do? You gonna get off the hamster wheel? You gonna get off the hamster wheel? Okay. And some of y'all are scared to like let your guard down because you're like, I don't want to be looked at as a fool. I don't want to be taken. I don't want to be. So let's close out. I think y'all got the point. What you about to do? What you about to do, king and queen? What you about to do? Because don't forget, at the end of the day, kings and queens, they are at service for the collective. They serve their people. And some of us are like, oh, it's my time to receive. It's my time to receive. Yes, and it's still your time to give. It's still your time to give. Who you think you is? That you just sitting on the throne and everything come to you and you just sit here? No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. And then it may, but it's going to be short-lived. It's going to be short-lived because who do you know that continues to give, and they don't receive nothing? That's how the energy works. It has to be an exchange. There has to be an exchange. And if you have these high expectations, come with this high-quality service then. Pour it up. Stop pouring into bottomless cups. All right, so let's close out with our declaration. And I'll see y'all on 101s. Y'all book y'all birth chart reading so we can walk on purpose, get clear on who you are, and we can actually start getting some nitty-gritty titty work done. CrystalineMars.com. We have, I am willing to take my time. That's the declaration. I am willing to take my time. Slow down and make aligned choices. Again, as we are in this Aries season, we are starting a new journey with that full cycle, with that full journey. But you don't have to rush and do everything now. It's just a matter of you putting one step in front of the other, and let's just have some progression here. Let's move forward. That's all. Like I talked about yesterday, you got to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run. Okay? So you go ahead and try to run if you want and get damn shin splits. All right? Let's prepare ourselves, and over this next over the next year, because we're closing out this non-cycle, this non-energy, let's just be intentional and just shed. Just allow for the shedding to happen as we continue to delve deeper. All right? The deeper you go, the more layers will shed. Ashe, and you will come into. So that concludes our daily energy, our tarot tea time of the day. It was such a vibe. Thank y'all for sharing this space. We are now about to transition over to the message of the day. I meant the lesson of the day with Brother Logas. Ashe Gigi. Thank y'all. I saw all y'all in the comments, like I said, but I had to go in. I ain't had too much time to talk. I just had to show up to work. I just came here to work. That's it. Okay. So let's see what we got. I just came here to dance. That's it. What's on? Come on, baby boo. Why? Tony Braxton. Hold on, y'all. This is so fried. Pandora. Okay, here we go. Mary Lust. Ooh, this looks like a good one. So, bye-bye. We only have YouTube Instagram is on the iPad because I had to take my phone. So we just got YouTube and Instagram today, no Facebook. I show y'all peace and love. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I show. I ain't have time to. I'm gonna have to work through that with her. She looked at it, but I ain't have time today. All right, y'all.
Chef Peace family. Shout outs to, I believe it was, what is this? What am I sitting on? I believe it was graffiti that sent in the offering for the spiritual clearing of the third chakra. So we'll get on that. I don't know. We're doing it on this this tablet thing, so I don't know if that's gonna work out so well. We might have to do it tomorrow, but we'll see. But on the board we have marry lust, not love. Marry lust, not love. Right? Now, the reason why I have it up there is not to say that you should be trying. Okay, it's not to say that lust is better than love. That's not what it's saying. Ideally, it would be great to marry for love. But what I'm saying is that when people marry, especially we'll just say here, in America, right? People, almost everybody is marrying for lust. And I'm not just talking about in modern times. I'm talking about, for quite some time, even our parents, our parents' parents, our parents' parents' parents. It's for lust. If those who get to choose, who it is that they want to marry, it's for lust. Now, when I say lust, I'm saying is that it's not this unconditional forever love that people desire and want to acquire and dream about and fantasize about. That's not what it is. It may feel that way, and it's not because you don't know the person. I mean, some people are marrying someone they don't know, but it's not that people are not getting a chance to know each other. It's not that they spend enough time together. It's not that they're not, sharing their goals or their ideas, whatever. You can do all these things, right? But no matter what it is, the marriage is based off of lust, based off how you feel, based off the magical feeling, based off of what how you feel, even the level of compatibility, right? There is a certain it is a fleeting feeling of connection that will fade, right? So understand it will fade. But love is not a feeling, or it's not just a feeling. Love is a multi-dimensional concept. It's a multi-dimensional experience, right? Love is not something that you can date your way through to obtain. Love is something that grows, and it's something that you grow into. So marriage, you're not going to marry. You might feel like you're in love, right? But you're really just deep in lust. And that's okay. That's fine. That is normal. But through the marriage, the goal is to grow into what we call love. What is love? Love is complete harmony. It's a completed bond. It is a completed connection. That is what love it is complete in its totality. You getting married, you're not complete. You are just connecting. That's a one type of bond. It's one official connection. Throughout the marriage, you are then trying to become one, become complete, complete as one entity, as one being. That takes time, and you'll know when you have achieved the state of true love. See, it's not about finding your true love, it's about becoming true love. You have to become true love, right? And that takes time. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be, it's not the same amount of time for everybody, but it's the time where you grow to the point where you fully understand each other, and through that understanding, you fully accept each other. And you fully embrace each other. And you have fully agreed with each other on a mental level, emotional level, spiritual level, a non-verbal level, a verbal level. You on a physical level, you have agreed that this is the direction that we are going in. Until one of us or both of us don't exist anymore. That is love, right? And love, that concept, and that concept is attached to all of the chakras. It's attached to all of the chakras, right? For the most part, that's going to take more than 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. That's a 15, 20, 30 type of year process to achieve. Ashe. So that's today's spiritual lesson. Understand that this is why marriages struggle a lot more in these days and times, because people believe that the love is supposed to, they think love is a feeling. And when that feeling goes away, when it's really just lust, when that feeling goes away, and this is why even people who have been married for a long time, what they feel miserable is because they still didn't get it either. Even if you stay married for 40, 50 years, but you're miserable, you still didn't get it either. You did not continue to grow into love. There are still chakras that never connected. Ashe. So that's today's spiritual lesson. And I will move on to the next section. Peace to the YouTubers and to the OGs on IG. We appreciate our likes, shares, subscribes, the reposts, right? The shout outs, the cash apps, and the super chats, and the Apple Pays, and all those good things. Ashe. Let's see. Here on IG Graffiti says, I'm okay with coming on tomorrow if it don't work out tonight. Ashe. Peace to Sidon Films. Yeah, I think it should work, but I haven't done it on this tablet before, so I don't know if it's going to be as crisp and as fluid, but we can definitely give it a try though. Shame. The Inevitable Truth says, do you believe The Inevitable Truth says, do you believe that love is a losing game since it ends in loss, or think there is a more important task at hand, like aligning the chakras as you say. Well, love is not a game. Love is not a game. But if you treat it like a game, well, then eventually, yes, you will lose. In every game, eventually you have to lose. You have to lose. You play enough games, eventually you're going to lose a game. Right? Even if that loss is you stop playing the game because for whatever reason, right? It's still a form of a loss, right? But let's say like you're in a sport, right? And when you treat the sport as it's just a game, then when it's over, then you're gonna feel like you've lost. Even if you've won every championship there is, even if you never actually lost a physical match or game or competition, right? Maybe you undefeated all your career, but now you're not playing anymore. Then it's now you finally have lost, right? You feel like you're missing something. It's a there's a gap in your life, right? You were dreading the day that you would have to give it all up. Right? But instead, if you grow yourself and grow all aspects of your being within the sport, within the so-called game, right? Then when that departure happens, it becomes a graduation. It becomes a graduation. The same thing is with love. If you correctly and purposefully and intentionally grow yourself into and weave yourself with your partner, then when it ends, it doesn't really end. When it ends, it doesn't really end. You are still there. Your partner is still one with you at all times, right? And not just in a depressed manner, but in a very joyous and happy manner, if done correctly. And depending on the person, depending on how you've grown together, if one passes away and the other stays, then if their agreement, there's a spiritual agreement that can happen where one passes away and the other one says, yes, we are always together forever, even though you're gone. But I still have a mission to complete. I have a mission to complete, so I'm staying here. I know you're with me. I'm still with you, even though we are, physically not touching, but we're spiritually still touching. But we both have an understanding where I'm supposed to be still, though you have, transcended. Or there's the other route where one being passes away and then the other one understands, like, yes, I am about to join you. And in a very short period of time, they may pass away as well. Right? Because their mission, they decided that we're in this together in life and through death as well, through that transition of death as well. Right? It can go either way. Ashe. It can go either way. And if you're looking at, if you're dealing with love in that manner, then no, you can never lose. You can never lose, right? But it's not a process that you can just unpurposefully embark upon, right? each day has to be with purpose and intention, and even more so, actually, you have to go into the marriage, into the binding process with an already preconceived notion, already mapped out adventure, right? Or not an adventure, but already mapped out, travel guide, right? Onto, ultimately where we are going as a union. Otherwise, it's almost impossible to achieve a state of actual true love between you and your partner. It's almost impossible. You actually have to have that mindset and that concept in your mind, preferably before you even meet your partner, but definitely by the time you are to get married, if you were to get married. Ashe. The Inevitable Truth says, I agree, everyone has the lessons they'll learn. What about learns that about people that lose a partner in 3D but continue on to another? Do you think it's a continuation of the last sense of relationship growth, or is its own set of learning curves? Continue on to another. So you're saying, are you asking me, I believe you're asking me, do I believe that it's a new process or a new adventure, leaving the three-dimensional realm, with your partner? It's like a new set of experiences. That is a good question. It's a good question. I think it's a very multi-layered question, or very multi-layered answer. Or maybe a multi-perspective answer. I would say, though, if two beings reach a state of love before they pass away, they grow into their love fully in its totality. At least for those two, if it's just two, at least for those beings, they will, or I believe, my opinion, that they will not go through new states of learning, but they will kind of like join each other in a paradise type of continuation. It's more of like a paradise type of continuation, right? Now their souls, because we're talking about the two beings, they have spirits, they have souls as well, but their spirits or their egos, which is labeled as whatever their names are, Mary and or Mary and Ben, right? Their spirits connected to those egos as Mary and Ben will continue on in a type of continuous paradise type of oasis. But the souls will reincarnate in one form or another, and will continue on through the learning curves. So that's about the clearest answer that I could give based off of what I believe, because obviously I can't prove it to you, I can't show it to you, but I'll show. Notable Truth says, like, if they get a different partner after the previous passed. Oh, I'm talking about that. Well, they get a partner after the previous passed. Well, if you're talking about getting a new partner, in my opinion, I don't think that anyone that has achieved a state of true love in their marriage would ever get a new partner. Well, I don't want to say that, but they would only get a new partner if it's like necessary for like survival type deal. But it wouldn't be a fill-in spot for like, for love. Because you can't fill that in once it's complete. Once the true love growth point has been reached, it can't be filled in, right? So you may have, if they were to get a new partner, once again, so this is like assuming someone's been together for the necessary amount of time to where they've grown to a point of true love, then if for some reason they were to get a new partner, that partnership, there wouldn't be a learning curve. Maybe there might be possibly a learning curve for the other person who did not achieve that level of love, right? But for the person who has achieved that level of love, there is no learning curve for them, right? They would be love in totality. They would only be love because they have grown into love. Therefore, they would only be love. So the next partner, they would just be showing that partner, what love is. They would just become just a teacher because they already have their PhD in love. At that point, they would just, if they get a new partner, they would just be a teacher. I'm just teaching this other person what love is. And I'm just in this relationship partnership because it's, because I'm here, because, it gives me, something to do. It keeps me occupied. It's good support, for my existence, continuing to exist and survive in this world type deal, right? It would have nothing to do with like necessarily like looking for love or trying to find a partner who that you can, to find yourself or to, live happily ever after. Like, no, you would already be in a state of happily ever after because you've already achieved true love. Therefore, that true love will stick with you forever. And you would just become a teacher of love with whoever it is you decide to be in a relationship with. All right. And that person, if they happen to meet you as the true love, recipient or participant, they would be very lucky because the relationship would be so easy because you already know what it is to be true love. You already know, so it would be so easy for that other person who's trying to learn. I hope that was clear. So we'll go ahead and see if we can bring, or the inevitable truth says, how are you able to identify that your partner was in alignment to move forward in relationships, since there isn't a perfect person, but it has to be a consensual, mutualistic agreement to grow together? Did you have certain standards, or how are you able to identify your partner was in alignment? Okay, so you're talking about my specific relationship, that's what you're saying? Alignment is about standards. It's about standards. And those standards are, based off of whatever it is that you're basing them off of at the time. They can change over time. They might be the same throughout all your time, right? They might be kind of loose standards. They might be very concrete. It depends, right? What I will say is that in my relationship and in every relationship I've ever been in, and in my current relationship as well, when it comes to just being in a partnership, not in an actual contractual bond like a marriage, but just being in a partnership, right? I look for certain traits that make sense for that in a person, in a woman, that shows that they can be of benefit to me outside of just sexually or intimately, right? I look for traits. The more traits that they share with me, the more open I am to building a more intricate relationship with them. So I if someone like asks me, what is my relationship status with my partner, I'll give them some sort of label, right? Whatever label that they feel comfortable with, or whatever label they want to put on her. I'm like, sure, that's the label, right? Most of the labels are pretty superficial, except for marriage, because it is a very specific concept. Everything else all the other labels are superficial. Partner, union, my woman, my man, boyfriend, girlfriend, significant others, things like that. The only one that's like more is concrete is husband and wife. So as far as all the other levels, I don't really deal with those. Meaning, like, I use them in conversation, but as far as me and the person is concerned, I don't spend time trying to label like what this is. Instead, what I do is we come together first off of whatever the natural attraction is, and then I critique them in my mind. I critique them. I'm critiquing them, right? I don't really test them. We because I'm not into the whole testing people type thing. But I just collect information on them as I'm with them, and the more potential that they show me, the more of myself I'm willing to open up and give to them. The more I'm willing to share and do with them. Right? The more committed that they are, to me, the way that they're showing me, and however they want to show their commitment is up to them. But the more that they show their way of commitment, the more open I am to being committed to reciprocating that energy. Right? I know it's kind of vague the way I'm saying it. But that's how I go about doing it. And there's a specific reason why I go about doing it that way in a somewhat vague way, is because because no one is almost no one is being trained and prepared for marriage, or being trained and prepared for any type of intimate relationship. No one's being trained or prepared for that, for the most part. So it's kind of it's unrealistic to try to put the expectations on people on exactly what they need to be, and exactly how they need to do things, and exactly right. To me, it's a little kind of unrealistic. So I allow people to be who they are, and then I just meet them where they are. It's like a friendship. When you're in a friendship, it's like I'm allowing the friendship. I'm allowing that person to dictate what level this friendship really is on. I'm allowing them to dictate what level this friendship really is on, right? And that level can change throughout time, and I'll just change with them. It'll get closer at times. It'll get more distant and further away at times. It'll get kind of weird at times. So I might pull back. It might get really cool at times. So I'll come forward. I do the same thing when it comes to relationships, right? But if you have like a concept like, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want, this is the love that I'm trying to experience, blah, blah, blah. Well, that is, it's going to be very difficult, and it requires very diligent planning and preparation. Very diligent planning and preparation. Like a company, you have to you look for that perfect employee or that perfect business partner. You got to have everything laid out perfectly and detailedly before you go out there and try to find that perfect employee, or that perfect CEO, or what have you, or perfect partner. The Inevitable Truth says, I know a while back you spoke about being equally yoked, which I believe is important, so you more so allow it to cultivate and go based off of that. Yes, being equally yoked is it's not such a black and white thing, because it's not that you're on the same, not on the exact same level. Sometimes you are, but a lot of times someone's going to be higher than the other, at least in certain areas, right? Someone's going to have a larger, energy, which is okay, which is, normal. But you do want to have like an equal, it's more of like an equal potential, because both of your potentials when you meet are not going to be, more than likely not going to be not going to be unlocked to the very same extent, right? But it is good to see someone who has an even potential to what you have. right? If you can see within someone, like, yeah, I might be a few steps ahead of you, but I can see that you have the potential to reach certain levels that are similar to the levels that I know I have the potential to reach, right? Or you at least have the potential to reach the level that I'm at right now, right? So that's more how I look at being equally yoked. But you have to have a bit of an eye to be able to see that, right? Asha. So we'll go ahead and bring up our good friend Graffiti. See how this goes. Peace. So caught you in the middle of the what? Of a jam session. Oh, a jam session. Ah, shit. Okay, it's a nice guitar. It's kind of hard to hear you. Let me see if the volume can go up on this thing. Okay, the volume is down. All right.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool.
Ah, shit. So, tonight you're trying to do some third eye work.
Yes, sir. There's been a lot of messages about blockages coming up recently, and just had the candle finish burning, and there was some things I got to take care of before this energy of abundance can manifest in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to receive downloads, seeing what I got to do. There was a message that I got earlier today. I asked, okay, what I got to do, and the message was release the need for the financial blessings to come through.
Mm-hmm.
Release the basically like the I don't want to say the necessity of it because I need money. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the necessity of life. I can't get around that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I don't know the word for it.
Mm-hmm.
But it revolves around that. And then there's just been
maybe the attachment, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Some attachment.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's also like some blockages that I've been receiving, and I've been getting like a little like newsome, bothersome, like just like it seems like how like when a piece of hair get in your eye that you can't really, or dust or something there. So yeah, that's just like it clears the blockages. Maybe there's some like cutting clears that needs to happen with some past energies. I don't know. But that might be the case, or it might be several cases. It might be all of those cases. But nonetheless, I'm just trying to clear everything out so that I can make room for this abundance. And I've done a lot of clearing in this regard, but seems just something just keeps being in my way. So, and mainly, I just want to get out of my own ways,
So, before we get started, you want abundance. What do you mean by that?
Like financial freedom.
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
I mean, well, mainly not having to worry about where our next check is gonna come from, not living in that lifestyle,
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Why do you want that?
Why not?
Yeah, that's a good point. Why not, right?
Yeah.
But still, why so?
It's to live my life more free.
life more free. So if, let's say, you had this financial freedom, and let's say I gave it to you right now, I snap my fingers, boom, you have it. Now what will you do with this freedom?
Invest.
Invest what?
Invest into what's the word? Progression. Invest in progression so it can continue to flow, you know?
What can continue to flow?
The financial resource.
Okay. So I can see where a part of this blockage is, where it's at. Because abundance is about flow, right? The problem is not the money flowing to you. The problem is the money flowing through you. Right now, you're trying to pull energy in, which is fine. It's what you want. But you don't have any true destination for it to go. As you just stated, you wanted financial freedom, which means you don't have to worry about money. The money is just, it's coming in. And I said, well, what are you going to do with that freedom? You're going to, see, I asked a specific question. What are you going to do with that freedom? But then you responded, see, and this is your subconscious. It's telling me what the truth is, right? It's your response had nothing to do with your energy and what you're going to do in the world. It was, I'm going to take that, which is the money, which is not what I asked. I'm going to take that money that's already coming freely, and I'm going to invest it to make sure the money continues. But why would you need to make sure the money continues when I already told you I've given you what you wanted? I gave you what you wanted, financial freedom. That means you don't have to worry about it anymore, and you're still worried about it. You still will worry, well, what if I might lose it, so I have to invest it, but I've already granted you the wish. Which means that I'm giving it to you, and then you're trying to throw it back. In a sense, you're trying to throw it back upstream. The stream is coming down. I've given you the gift, and you're trying to go back upstream and saying, "Nah, I need to throw it back up and reinvest it. That's what I need to." No. Accept it. Let it flow through you. Use it to finance your life, and now you no longer should be worried about the stream. The stream is taken care of. You should be going out and now trying to accomplish whatever your mission is, right? So I said to say that that's a portion of why there's a blockage there, because you're trying to pull something in to try to throw it back in, try to throw it back to where it's coming from, right? You're trying to pull in financial freedom from some source and then try to throw it back into another source that'll give you the same thing you already have. That's what you're mentally already thinking about. I'm going to get it so I can then throw it back to try to get it again, which means you're not going anywhere. You're just going back and forth in the same direction. Energetically, it's not going anywhere. So so if it's going backwards, if you're throwing the energy back from the way you're trying to pull it in, it's technically hitting each other and it's blocking. So then it can never reach you. But if instead you're like, I'm attracting this energy, this money, I'm going to do this with the money, which has nothing to do with investing it or trying to reestablish what you already have, but I'm going to accomplish this with it. I'm going to spend it in this manner to create these things in my life that don't have to do with money necessarily. They might create some money situations, but that's not the point of them, right? And as I receive this money, this abundance, I am going to then exercise my freedom, my time freedom, to go make this music or do this art or explore the world, whatever it is you want to do, right? You know, so I gave you that opportunity to explain that part to me, but yet you went back to, I need to preserve the thing that I've gifted you, which means there's fear, and so there's definitely you're stuck when it comes to money. So you're right. You're right when you said that there is an attachment. You do have an attachment to money, and you just proven it. You have an attachment to it. You didn't want the money to go do something with your life. You want the money to then try to make more money. That's an attachment to the money. That's an attachment, right? So your intuition was correct. Now, to explain how money, to explain what your, because we're gonna as this third eye and chakra clearing, we are going to we're going to deal with the higher self and the lower self. That's what we're going to deal with. Right?
Okay.
And like some kind of like some interdimensional type stuff with those things. So when it comes to the money, like when you said we need money. Yes, we need money. Well, to do certain things, money is required.
Right.
To do certain things, money is required. At the same time, you do need to understand, or it's important that you understand that you don't need money. None of us need money. We only need money if we are lacking certain abilities. Then we need the money to take its place until we have unlocked those abilities. For instance, you said, like we would say, we need money to buy food. Well, you only need the money to buy food because for whatever reason you cannot grow your food, right? But let's say, well, even if I could grow my food, I would need money to water it. I would need money to get the seeds. I would need money to, for the land and all type of things, right? Well, you would only need money if you don't know how to find the seeds yourself, if you don't have the ability to acquire land without having to go through an entity like the government, right? Now obviously we all need to go through the government in order to get land. We have to go through these processes, right? But see, let's say if you were like Dr. Manhattan and you were at a level of power, you could manifest your own land, or you could just take whatever open land that you please, right? How could the government stop you? You're this fully powered being, a fifth dimensional being. How could a government stop you made of 3D people, right? And then, but if you fully activate your fifth dimensional body, you wouldn't really need food like that, right? So our need for something only shows that we lack in something else. But So if you look at it from that perspective, that it's not that I need money. I don't need money to do anything. I just need it at this moment because I haven't unlocked certain abilities yet that make it to where I no longer need this money thing I call money. Money right now, we're using it as a supplement. It's a supplement, but people are thinking it's the whole food. Right? It's just like people who take medicine every day and they think, oh, that's the real thing. Like, no, that's just a supplement until you realize, like, no, there's what the whole food, what the real thing is, right? Even if you are taking, like, different herbs or different vitamin C's and different vitamin K's and all different vitamins, it's like, yeah, those are great, but those are just supplementations because we don't have the real things anymore. You need the money because you don't have the real power activated within yourself right now. So then you're supplementing with this other outside power called money. But if you believe that you're going to need this money, and when I say need the money, I mean like you're going to need to earn this money how everybody else earns money, even if it's through investments, even if it's through some residual, you're still like, I need to earn this money through the same channels that everyone else is earning their money through. As long as your mind is on that, I need to earn this money through the same channels forever. That's how forever it's going to be. I have to earn it through these channels. Well, then that means forever you are attached to it. And your higher self and lower self and other spiritual guides are trying to get you to understand that, yes, it's required right now, but you really don't need it in the grand scheme of things. And they want you to, not stop using it. They just want you to unattach yourself from it. Just understand that it is a tool, but it's a temporary tool. It's not a tool that you have to. It's not a permanent tool. It's not a tattoo. So that's all. That's what the energies are trying to help you to understand. Because as long as you feel that strongly attached to money, you're not. Like I said, as long as we have attachments, we're not going to be able to transcend to higher vibrations. There's certain vibrations that are going to be unattainable. You have to detach. Because it's an ego. We have to let go of all these extra egos and come back to just the one ego, which is the soul.
I see.
So that being said, let's go ahead and get into our meditation here.
Let me come late.
All right. All right. So I was thinking about cause I remember the last time we did our last ritual for the throat. It was a while ago. I don't know. It was like a few months ago.
Yeah.
I remember it said something about going into the darkness. And I know I had something in mind at the time. Because I was in the flow of things. We were doing it pretty regularly. But then I guess we've gone so long that I kind of like lost that flow. And I was like, I don't know exactly what state I was in and where I was trying to take you. So I've been thinking about that. I was like, where do I need to take him now? Because wherever I was trying to, actually, can you still see me? Hold on, this thing's about to die. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Wherever I was trying to take you before, obviously, the universe or the matrix or the guide, maybe your spiritual guides didn't want me to take you there. So I'm like, okay, because I can't even. It's like I don't even know what I was. I remember saying it and everything, and I really felt whatever I remember when I said it. I know what I felt like. I was like, I really was going to take you to a certain spot. So, but for that, I guess you weren't supposed to go there. So, but I do have a new spot though. Maybe it's a more balanced spot because it deals with the light and the dark. So maybe it was too dark. Maybe that's what it was. So
yeah, I've been in the dark for a minute.
I sure. So okay, gotcha.
And I remember you saying last time, like you were gonna, you were saying like you were gonna take like pinpoint certain things like within the body, like taken to a place of it was like a real dark place.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember where it was though. I lost the location. Yeah, it's interesting. One day I'm sure it'll come back to me.
Yeah, I probably have to like rewatch the live where we went there.
Yeah.
I'll look back at the date where I sent the love offering and let you know tomorrow.
Yeah, because then the next time you brought it up, it was like weeks, maybe a month or so later. And then like for the past, maybe probably for the past like month, I've been trying to remember like what was that place. I can't. I don't know, and I might have thought about it already, but I just don't feel it though. So it doesn't feel like that's the place. I don't know what the place was, but it's okay though, because I'm gonna take you to where I think you need to go. So go ahead and just close your eyes.
All right.
And take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. One more deep breath. Now I want you to continue to breathe. And as you're breathing, I want you to just listen to my voice. I'm going to explain to you how I want this next part to go. This next part, we're going to do a little breathing exercise, a little bit different than what we usually do. It's going to start with having your breath, at the bottom of the breath. We're going to breathe in for 6 seconds. So I'm going to count them out. So it should take you 6 seconds to go from no air to full air. When we get to 6, I then want you to pause and hold that breath for 6 seconds. I will count it out for you to make it easy. And then when we get to that 6, you're going to breathe out of the mouth for 6 seconds. So it should take you 6 seconds to let go of all the air. We want to make sure we stay in this 6-6-6 energy. After you have let go of the breath out for those 6 seconds. Once we get to 6, we'll immediately start breathing back in for another 6 seconds. So it's going to be 6, breathe in for 6, hold it for 6, let go for 6. Breathe in for 6, hold it for 6, let go for 6. Okay. So go ahead first. Let's just take a deep breath and breathe out. Count of 3, we'll start doing our 6-second breaths, going up. 1, 2, 3, and start breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let your body relax. Let your mind roam freely. And on a count of 3, we're going to take your mind on a trip through the third eye portal. 1, 2, 3. We are roaming, we are roaming, we are running, we are going, we are flowing, flowing, flowing through the forest, windows, trees, into the air, through the moon, past the planets, into the universe, through the black hole, down, 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 deep into the wormhole, swaying left, right, up, down, forward, sideways, spinning around, into the portal, deep into the third eye. And we see in front of you steps. And we start to walk up those steps, left, right, left, right, left, right. And you see a white light up top in front of you, left, right, left, right. The white light is getting brighter and brighter, left, right, left, right. It's completely blinding you, left, right, left, right. Whoosh. You are on a mountain. And on this mountain, it is covered in white snow. And though the mountain is covered in white snow, the air is clear, the clouds in the sky are plentiful, but yet they are broken apart. We can still see the blueness. And though there is snow, it feels warm. You can still see grass, you can still see flowers popping through the snow. Around you, you see nothing but mountains high in the air with you. When you look over the edge, you can see that these mountains are not just any mountains. These mountains are actually floating mountains. Thousands and thousands and thousands of feet floating in the sky. You can see the fog in between these floating mountains. You look in front of you, there is a being. They're not facing you, they're facing away from you. You can only see their back, and they are in all white. This being that you see, do they look like a man, or does it look like a woman, or does it look like some other sort of being? What does it look like to you?
A light woman.
This light woman, what can you describe her to me?
Her eyes are glowing.
What color?
White and gold.
Ashe.
She has blue skin.
Ashe.
She's wearing a veil. Dressed in all white. Long black flowing hair.
Ashe.
Adorned in jewelry.
Ashe. You can feel her warmth. There's a vibration emanating through your chest from her being. It makes your whole body shake. You look into her eyes. You can feel a beam coming from her eyes into your third eye. And it takes you to the future. And then she takes you to another future. And then she takes you to an alternate future. She takes you to a parallel future. She now meets you in that future, standing by you, watching at the same, looking at the same scene that you're looking at. Showing you that and telling you that your future is not written in stone, it is written in light. Your future is already happening, it's already happened. Your future is a choice on which you would like to experience next. for you can experience any of them at any time. Which future calls out to you?
There's one of nature, land as far as the eye can see. It's a pasture full of green, animals, river. There is peace.
There is another step that must be taken. For one to have full access to choose their future without hindrance, one must come into full acceptance of self. It is simple to accept the higher self, but now she must show you your lower self. She brings you next to a cave. And when you look into the cave, it is pure blackness, pure nothingness. There are sounds. Weird sounds. Sounds that can't be easily distinguished or understood. You turn around to look back at the woman of light. She lets you know that the next part of your journey will begin in the shadows. Are you prepared?
I am.
Good. Push. Boom. Fly. Going. Flying back, deep into the dark swirls of the abyss, into the oceans of the dark plasmic liquid, in the primordial waters of new. And you are renewed. You are reborn. You are you back into your original self, into the dark pit of your deepest and darkest energy. You feel nothing, you see nothing, you hear nothing. Complete silence. Complete emptiness. And then you see two red eyes looking right at you. And you feel two large structures on your shoulders. as if just maybe two large hands or claws or mechanisms, but they belong to the red-eyed being. You can feel the chills going down your neck, the hair sticking up on your skin. You can hear the ringing in your ears, the trembles through your being. Sensations of cold and hot flowing throughout your body. What does this being look like to you?
Ancient, titanic, primordial,
What else?
metallic,
A metallic what?
a warrior, almost animalistic,
What animal?
serpent,
What is his weapon of choice?
a divine blade,
On the count of three, 1, 2, 3, boom, he stabs you with that blade into the chest, freezing you in motion. Opening a dark portal inside of you. The blade absorbs into your body, creating a dark hole. He reaches in and grabs onto the heart chakra and turns it like a knob. One click, boom. You see a dark future. Filled with war. Second click, boom, you see a future filled with destruction. Third click, boom. You see a future filled with loss and pain. Fourth click, boom. You see a future filled with chaos, confusion, disorder. The serpent stands next to you, watches the same scene that you're watching. Tells you that these are your futures. He wants to know, which one do you choose?
I welcome the chaos.
What do you see?
Storms, hurricanes, tidal waves, unrelenting, thunder and lightning, fire, destruction, war, hailstorm and meteors, and a ray of light in the middle of it all.
And in that ray, you see the woman of light. She walks up to you. She walks up to the Ancient One. They are both you. And as you, they are known as the mother of you and the father of you. And you are the child, the bridge of them, making up the one true God being that is self. you all touch hands coming together. And 1, 2, 3, a flash. And you transform into one being. How do you see yourself?
Divine.
What are you wearing?
Armor. Golden. Ancient inscriptions. Scales of the serpent. And radiating light.
Ashe. We are now going to come back into the three-dimensional reality. I want you to listen to my instructions before you begin. Hear them out completely. We are going to take 5 quick breaths. Each breath, I'll say breathe in, let go immediately. Then breathe in, let go immediately. We're gonna do that 5 times. Ready? Breathe in, let go. Breathe in, let go. Breathe in, let go. Breathe in, let go. Take a deep breath, and I want you to hold it at the top. And as you're holding it at the top, I want you to squeeze your hands. Squeeze 2 fists. Make 2 fists, squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them. All right? We're going to start to slowly let them go. 10, 9, loosen them up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Open your hands. 2, 1. Let go of your breath. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes. As you come back into reality, into the three-dimensional world, into the matrix, into the current constructing universe. Come back, be realigned with self, be reattached and detached to the outside world. known as graffiti. Once again, remembering who you are and remembering what you've gone through, remembering what you brought with you, and remembering the path and the mission that you are currently on. Come back to center, reground yourself.
I don't see the title. Hold on, let me see on YouTube. We in the 380s, 390s, something.
I think it's probably like probably no higher than 380. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to check it.
I'll see it. 322. I remember that. I remember that date.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's a powerful date. Powerful date. How do you feel?
Relieved.
Relieved. Okay. How was the experience?
Intense, like he said. No, shit says episode 390.
390? Oh,
Yeah.
I'll share it to that.
Really needed.
What was different about this one than the other ones?
It was oddly calm, like, yeah, I would say it was oddly calm.
Oh, sure.
Like amidst all the chaos, I felt peaceful.
That's good.
That's why I said I invited in that chaos.
Oh, sure. I want you to remember that breathing technique we did in the beginning. 6 seconds in, 6 second hold, 6 second out. It's something I just came across recently. And I found it was very powerful. Right, but those are some techniques I used to just to help to get you there faster. Help to get you there faster. Because this is a clearing, so we don't want to spirits clear. We don't be all night trying to do it. But so I just had to think of another way to get you there even faster. Because I want you to be into a deeper space than you've ever been before. Because the third eye is all about. Essentially, I had to get you to open your third eye more. Because all the other ones, your third eye was involved. But this one is like, okay, if we're going to open up the third eye, I have to actually open up the third eye. Right? Yeah. So I have to put you in a deeper state so that you can really feel and interact. Right? To the point to where you were experiencing it. I could see it on you, but then the way you were describing, like you were there. You were all the way there, right? And you were just in that sweet spot where you were all the way there, but you could still relay it back to us about what's going on. Sure. But using that breathing technique, I think that should help you to go back to similar places like that, right? Because that's where your that realm that you were in, that is where your body's activation is going to happen at its grandest scale, right? Because somewhere in those realms there are places that it's kind of like in the Matrix. You remember when Neo like fainted and he like ended up in that in-between world? That's the world that you want to try to get to, this in-between world. Because in that, and there's actually a couple worlds. There's like this in-between world where your body is hooked up, like finding the wires that hook up from your spiritual body to your physical body. There's an in-between world where that you want to find. there's another thing that you want to be able to do is to step outside of the body and actually work on the body while in an astro form. Right? People sometimes, you might have experienced it where you can see your body like in the bed or something. Right? But then no one ever does anything with the body. You're just like, okay, I see my body, but then you go do something else or whatever. It's like you actually need to go to your body and start working on it, right? But you can't do it in that regular astral form. You actually have to get into a higher vibrational astral form that's more. Basically, you have to like gather more of your soul's light to do it, right? So in our next session, we're going to deal with the soul. We're going to deal with the soul, and we're going to find your soul. That's what we're going to do on the next one.
And I remember you saying that an exercise you can do about that, finding your soul. Imagine there's like a hole in the earth, and at that bottom of that pit there is your soul, but it's locked. It's like locked.
Yes.
And in a bunch of guards, and then there's like a spiral of different levels of security where you actually have to go down and break out your soul. So yeah, I've been preparing for that one.
Yes, that will be the next one. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go into that dungeon type of scenery, and we're going to go find your soul, and then we'll see what type of connection we create, but we definitely want to at least be able to identify it. And I suggest, well, I'll wait. We'll identify it. I don't want to put too many things out too early, right? But that will be the next step. Asha. Any questions for me?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Okay.
But I will definitely go back, and tomorrow I will for sure have some questions.
Okay. Asha. Then we see you tomorrow. Then on Soul Sunday.
Actually, see you Soul Sunday.
Yes,
Thanks for having me on.
Yes, thanks for being on. Ashe to that. So that was a good session. So we'll go ahead and say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika, it is done. We will see you tomorrow. Ashe.